show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
Welcome to G5Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Big shout out to all of the sponsors that's on the channel. All of their information is in the description box. And definitely follow your boy on Instagram and Twitter at BoxWithG5JeffTV. That's BoxWit G5Jeff TV. This is the official breakdown and prediction video for Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. It's going down this Saturday, November 23rd on Fox pay-per-view. And I waited a little bit to drop this video on purpose. I was really curious to see what other people was thinking in regards to the fight. Did a lot of homework, pulled the lab coat out, went in the lab, did some homework, and you know, I'm pretty confident in terms of what I got. So you know how your boy do when it comes down to breakdown and prediction videos. I'm one of the best in the business. You ask me, I am the best in the business, and we're gonna try to prove that again with this particular breakdown and prediction. Now, I'm gonna start off with Luis Ortiz. Number one, I did a video on the channel saying that Luis Ortiz looked to be in the best shape of his career. Weight looks low, you know what I'm saying? And he looks like he's in really good physical condition. And Luis Ortiz is one of the best technical fighters at heavyweight. He's one of the guys that you don't want to see because he's a southpaw and he's a technician. So the fact that Deontay Wilder even took the fight to begin with, kudos to Deontay Wilder for that, because he didn't have to face Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz in the first fight with Deontay Wilder did a really good job of winning the battle of the footwork prior to punching. What I mean by that is he was actually taking this hop step, almost making sure that his foot was outside of Deontay Wilder's foot before he started letting his shots go. And that's the perfect way to do it when you're a southpaw and you're facing an orthodox fighter. You want to make sure you had the right angle before you start throwing your shots. Southpaw versus orthodox, it's a battle with the feet before you throw a punch. And Luis Ortiz did that very well for the first 4 rounds of the fight. And another thing that Luis Ortiz was trying to do in that fight, and it actually got Deontay Wilder in trouble, is his best combination is the wide right hand and then the straight left down the middle. And Luis Ortiz gets probably about 80 to 90% of his knockouts, or the guys getting in trouble, off of that combination. Sweeping right hand, straight left down the middle. And in order for him to do that, he has to have his foot outside of Deontay Wilder's foot, and that's how he got Deontay Wilder in trouble in the 7th round. Now, when you hear Luis Ortiz and his team talk about what they're going to do in the second fight, they always talk about the 7th round of the first fight when they had Wilder in trouble. They haven't talked enough about what they did prior to that and the mistakes they made after that. They almost seem like only reason they lost is because he gassed out. And I don't think that's true at all. But Luis Ortiz did something that very few fighters has done in Deontay Wilder's career, and that's hurt him, and hurt him bad for a long period of time. Now, Deontay Wilder said he was buzzed, but he was far from hurt. I'm not buying that. I think he was buzzed and he was hurt in that 7th round, but he did what a true champion's supposed to do, and he survived. Now, going into this fight, Luis Ortiz is going to have to do the following. Number one, he's going to have to use his feet and move around the ring. He didn't do that enough in the first fight. Luis Ortiz is not known for that, period. Now, he's lost some weight. I'm wondering if he's going to start moving around the ring and start using that real estate to try to get Deontay Wilder to use his feet and kind of pivot and make Deontay Wilder think a little bit before he starts throwing them bombs. Second thing that Luis Ortiz needs to do, win the battle of the footwork. Continue to do that, but he has to be disciplined with that. If he can't get his foot on the outside of Deontay Wilder's foot, he needs to be focusing on distance and defense. That's what he needs to focus on. The third thing is he has to do something different than just the straight left hand. He's going to have to loop that shot. I don't know if he has a 45 shot in his arsenal. What I mean by a 45 shot is like the half hook, half uppercut. Keith Thurman is probably the best in the business at doing that shot. But Luis Ortiz needs to give a variety in terms of the left hand that he throws. Deontay Wilder started picking it off because he knew the left hand was going to be straight. So those are the things that Luis Ortiz needs to do to win this fight. I'm going to move over to Deontay Wilder. The game plan for him is basically going to be similar. He needs to win the battle with the footwork. And his is going to be different. His is going to be different. Now, what Deontay Wilder started doing, and I don't even realize if Deontay Wilder or his trainer, Mark Breland, even realized how they turned the tide in the first fight. What happened was Deontay Wilder started throwing this sweeping left hook, like this little small check left hook, and it got Luis Ortiz's attention. So Luis Ortiz stopped doing that hop step to get his foot over top of Deontay Wilder. And what happened was once he started throwing that left hook, it centered Luis Ortiz. It kept him straight in the middle. So once he started doing that, and then Deontay Wilder decided he wasn't going to back up and he was going to throw with Luis Ortiz, that's when the fight turned around. So I don't know if they knew that or not, but if they listening to this video, you know that now. And Deontay Wilder needs to throw that lead left hook to keep Luis Ortiz centered. He don't have to throw it with no crazy power or anything like that. It's to keep him at a straight angle. What that's going to lead to is that money right hand. Now, he's going to have to use that right hand kind of like a jab because he's facing a southpaw. That jab straight right hand is not going to be there a whole lot with Luis Ortiz because he's so good at making sure he's positioned correctly. So he's going to have to throw that check left hook in the straight right hand. That's going to be the combination that's going to land for Deontay Wilder. And the third thing that Deontay Wilder needs to do, he needs to throw just a jab. He just needs to throw a jab with authority, with power. He can't be playing around with it. Use it at long range. Throw the jab. Throw it hard. Throw it straight. Similar to what he did in the second Bermane-Stiverne fight. He first 30, 45 seconds, he was throwing hard ass jabs. You can hear him through the screen. Like, that's how hard the shots were. Deontay Wilder game plan should be those things. Now, how do I think the fight is going to go? You have to remember Deontay Wilder had a rematch before against Bermane-Stiverne, and you seen what happened. And he went in there and he was in seek and destroy mode, and he completely demolished Bermane-Stiverne in the rematch. So we've seen Deontay Wilder in a rematch situation. Luis Ortiz is motivated because of what happened in that 7th round, and prior to that, because it was a very close fight prior to the stoppage, or prior to the knockdowns anyway. Luis Ortiz, I think he's going to put up a really good fight. He might even be up on the cards. But I think it's going to come a time where Luis Ortiz is going to lose that discipline. He's going to lose that technical savvy that he has. And he's going to get in there and he's going to trade with Deontay Wilder at some point. He's going to stop using his feet at some point. He's going to throw without being in proper position at some point with Deontay Wilder, and it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him. It's going to cost him big. You have to realize that Luis Ortiz got knocked down 3 times and got stopped in that fight against Deontay Wilder. As a fighter, you remember that stuff. You remember how a person's power feel. So I think Luis Ortiz is in just as much of a mental battle as he's going to be a physical battle, because at some point during that fight, he's going to have to ask himself, do I want to sit in the pocket and trade shots with this man because I've already felt his power in the past? And I think when you face a guy with historical power like Deontay Wilder, you're going to have to face that decision. And I think Luis Ortiz is going to make a fatal mistake at some point during this fight, and I think he's going to lose by knockout. My prediction for this fight, Deontay Wilder is going to win by knockout in the 5th round in a very exciting fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.